Do it in 10 innings. It's Stugotz and company. I'm Izzy Gutierrez. That's Stu, Mikey, Taylor. Do it in 10 innings. Like, you can't have a game. I'm talking about the World Series, of course, going 18 innings at 6 hours plus, which, by the way, only about half as long as the John Isner-Nicholas Mahut match at Wimbledon back in 2010, which
they played for a week. Yeah,
one of the greatest sporting events of all time.
Yeah.
Yes. So
got to bring it to tennis.
You got to naturally. When the game itself of baseball is trying so hard to go faster, the longest game in postseason history can't be the best ever. Like, it can't be the best ever. Do it in 10 innings. I need my drama more compact. I do not need 18 innings. That's 2 games. It's not just one. So many games that Taylor has a top 5 list of stats just from that game. But Stu, there's no chance you watched more than half of that game.
No, I did. I watched the first game. It was game one of a doubleheader. Yes, I watched the first game and then I went to bed. It took something special, and last night was special for us to talk about the World Series. We have not mentioned it for 1 second on this show, but it took 2 games, and Ohtani having 9 plate appearances and reaching base all 9 times for us to discuss the World Series.
Almost everything you tell me today about this game will be news to me, because after, I watched the portion where Toronto took the lead. I don't even know what inning it was. It was like 4-2. And I was like, all right, I watched some action in the World Series. And then I went to go watch one of the Thompson twins on Amazon. It's really difficult to flip back and forth when you're going between streaming services. Like, if it was all on YouTube TV, I'd be okay just going back and forth. But if I'm going to Amazon, going all the way back to YouTube TV, one of them's going to have to take the L.
You talked about how long the game was last night, 6+ hours. You talked about how early in the morning it went to on the East Coast. It was like 2:36. I woke up. There was still baseball on. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I still went back to sleep. I just did. I don't know how.
Probably that extra hit.
Yeah, Izzy, when you're saying you want to compact the game, I couldn't. Once I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping, man.
Oh, okay.
When you say you want to compact the game, what you could have had last night, had Major League Baseball listen to me, is a home run derby. We're tied. We're headed to the 10th. You could have had Vlad versus Ohtani, 5 pitches each. Who hits the most homers? And we're out.
That would have been
awesome.
I would have an alert on my. I don't have any alerts set on my phone. I have 0 alerts. I would set an alert on my phone at all times for any home run derby off, especially in the World Series. I don't care if it's 3 a.m. That right there, best idea ever. And we'll definitely have more people watching than people who actually watched this. Because the people who actually watched the end of this, half of them are lying because they just watched it on replay, and the other half were half asleep and probably don't even remember it that well.
That's one of those things where you start calling people, hey, they're going to do the derby. They're going to do the derby. Get it on.
Yes.
Get it on. Put it on.
Wake up. Yeah, Vlad versus Ohtani. Right.
I mean, unbelievable. By the way, I figured out what it was. Not that everybody's saying it on the edge of their seats about this. The thing about Vladdy Guerrero that made me think he was skinny when he was younger, it's just the beard. When the beard grows in thicker, he looks heavier. And so when he was his first year, I think he just had sort of the pencil thing around the chin strap. But anyway.
Can't help but notice you're looking at me while that's happening, but okay.
Yeah, no.
In that home run derby scenario, did the Dodgers go with Ohtani or Freddie Freeman?
Oh, come on.
It's not even a question. It's not even a question.
Can you walk somebody in a home run derby? Because they might do that.
It's Freeman. Do you walk Ohtani intentionally to lead off the game tonight? Put that on the poll, Taylor. Do you walk Ohtani intentionally tonight to lead off the game? I don't think anyone's ever going to pitch to Ohtani again. Why would you? It's crazy.
There was already people criticizing that they pitched to them. They pitched to him to begin with, and what did he do? Hit a double? It's pretty crazy. Honestly, I'm literally asking, what did he do? Hit a double? I don't know.
No, he had a double. He had a homer. He had a double. Then he had a homer. He had a double. Then he had the home run to tie the game. It was 5-4, 7th inning. That home run was ridiculous. That is a pitch you're not supposed to be able to hit out of any baseball park in America. And somehow Ohtani took an opposite field. Like, if you saw the people in the stands behind Ohtani saying to each other, holy shit, because that's the exact reaction you should have had when that pitch was taken out of the park by Ohtani. Players don't take that pitch out of the park. It was a perfect pitch.
Stu, I've taken a page out of your book where you get fixated on a take and then you almost double down every time that take proves you wrong. And one of mine has been Ohtani, because last year in the World Series, yes, congratulations, the Dodgers beat the Yankees, but Ohtani batted like 083. So I've been like, hey, Ohtani's got to do it in the World Series. And then this has been a series where every game Ohtani has just battered me on the head and left me out on the road for dead. I'm just roadkill right now. Like, do it. Now I'm just resorting to do it on the Angels because I don't have anything else.
No. Here's where you take the take. I am teaching you. Okay. Here's where you take the take, Taylor. Okay. Who pitches today?
This is Ohtani.
It's Ohtani's start. Whose bullpen is depleted?
Both teams.
But yeah, Dodgers.
Okay. Yes, but only one team has a player who played in the field last night who is their starting pitcher today. Ohtani. Give him H strong tonight. H strong, shutout baseball. That's what the Dodgers need. If you're so great, give it to them tonight. That's
do
the
it in
take
game
today.
4. That's the
Jeter
take.
would.
My worry, though, with how this series has gone for me, is that Ohtani's going to come out and throw a perfect game. He's going to throw a perfect game and then hit a 1-0 walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth.
Put it on the poll. Would you be shocked if Ohtani threw a perfect game tonight? Would you be shocked if he threw a perfect game tonight?
It is an opportunity for him. It is an opportunity to sort of take over the planet as the greatest athlete, because he's he's doing things that we already have never seen. So you could argue he might be the greatest athlete going right now. But if he delivers 8-9 innings today, like 3-hit shutout base, and hits a couple of, just shut it down. Like he's the GOAT.
I'll tell you this: if he just delivers the perfect game, or 7 or 8 strong,
just a perfect
baseball,
game.
let Freddie and Mookie Betts do the hitting tonight. Okay, if he just does that, he will have stolen sports. I mean, he stole the headlines from Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs last night. I mean, that's how good Ohtani was, and that's how great that baseball game was.
But did he actually steal the eyes of the fans? Is what I would like to know. Like, is it really them saying, "Wow, let me tune into this game, see what Shohei Ohtani's doing"? Or are they saying, "Let me check those highlights. Wow, that's pretty impressive"?
You could have watched the Chiefs game and still tuned in for the second half of the Dodger game. I mean, It's crazy, you know?
True. I did get absolutely nothing out of that Chiefs game except for one tiny detail, and it has nothing to do with the current Chiefs.
What's that?
Priest Holmes was pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember, so Travis Kelce tied Priest Holmes for, I think, 83 as a number, touchdowns by a Kansas City Chief. Mm-hmm. And Travis Kelce has had a long, outstanding career. What I remember Priest Holmes is having a kind of a brief, very much like a current day running back type of career, like 3 or 4 years of greatness, and then, disappearing or doing whatever big running backs eventually do. And then I looked it up
correctly, Izzy. That's exactly what he did.
But damn, those few years were good. I didn't 21 and 27 touchdowns in back-to-back seasons. Wow. That's insane. I think 27 is still third most of any player, period. That's, not passing touchdowns, just receiving and rushing. And I was like, man, and then, so I was like, wait a second. Was I just confusing him with Christian Okoye, who probably had a very similar career? Looked it up.
Yes.
Even pretty much the same career, except more compact. He had 2 great years with the Chiefs, 2 Pro Bowl years, 1,400 yards, then another 1,000 yards, but nowhere near as many touchdowns as Priest Holmes. That dude must have been a fantasy machine.
He was.
Tell me you didn't play fantasy football in the early 2000s.
No. I've been playing fantasy football since 1998. What I'm telling you is never got lucky enough to have Priest Holmes. Never got lucky enough to draft Priest Holmes. I'm super proud. My first fantasy football draft ever was 1998, and I drafted the rookie. Randy Moss, and damn, that made for a fun season, but never lucky enough to have Priest home.
I think he had 51 total touchdowns over those 2 seasons, if you include the receptions. Like it's Priest Holmes was insane. I think the Chiefs lead the league like all time in guys who had that kind of career. I think Barry Word had the same kind of career, and he played at the same time as Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare. Oh, was that guy good for 2 years? I mean,
great nickname too.
Are you looking up Barry Word right now, Taylor?
I have no idea who that is. Never heard of him.
So what I'm actually on the FanDuel Sportsbook right now because I started to get my interest peaked with this Dodgers game tonight with Ohtani pitching. FanDuel Sportsbook has a special Shohei Ohtani to throw a no-hitter through 5 innings plus 2,000 odds. Maybe a little sprinkle on it.
A little sprinkle sounds like a
like that little sprinkle. Wait. Okay, read this to me again. I'm intrigued here because I might put a bet on. This. Go ahead.
Shohei Ohtani to throw a no-hitter through 5 innings plus 2,000.
Wow. It's only through 5 innings. You're talking about like some tired people out there,
right? And
intimidated by Shohei. You know, Shohei's not tired.
George Springer left the game last night, so probably going to be down Springer. And then Ohtani's strikeout props is his over/under 6.5. Love the over there.
Wow, you love the over because sometimes he only goes like 5 1/3. You know.
Yeah.
But he has a depleted bullpen tonight. He has to go like 7 or 8 innings tonight. So I like the strikeout over. I'm taking both. Are there odds for him to pitch a perfect game?
There are odds for him to throw a complete game no-hitter.
Really?
Any guesses?
Plus 15,000.
Close. Plus 17,000.
I'm doing it.
$10 to win you $17.50.
Even with that depleted bullpen, there's no way they let him go 9 innings, right? Like they'll bring in anybody back, even another starter, but they're not going to let him go 9.
Kershaw pitched last night. I mean,
yes.
Well, that's funny, right?
Yes.
The outing before that, absolute disaster in the ALCS.
He actually got if indeed this is his ending, if he doesn't pitch again, he actually got the good ending.
Got so lucky.
He got rid of the embarrassing ending, Izzy, because last night in a big spot, he came in to get one out, and he got that out. And the crowd went nuts for Kershaw. They did.
It was one of how many outs? 54? And it
he got one of them.
Damn it.
Right.
Super important for that guy's legacy.
Yes, but he got one of them without giving up any hits. That's the important part for Kershaw.
Just so you could see how sad into my viewing experience was for this Dodgers Blue Jays game. At one point, the Dodgers are celebrating. I'm like half asleep. Freddie Freeman just walked it off. And in my mind, I'm like, Rob Manfred, you've done great for baseball, speeding up the game and everything. But this is a plea to Rob Manfred. You got to do something about the Dodgers. I cannot watch the next 10 years of the Dodgers winning the World Series because Ohtani's making $2 million every year. They're saving so much cap space for other players around their roster. It's like, and I know this is hypocritical coming from a Yankee fan. Very hypocritical.
Is. Yes.
Yeah. Really.
You should shut
up.
I'm
not with Taylor on this. I'm not with Taylor on this at all.
When the Yankees went through that dominant run in the 90s, they introduced the competitive balance tax. I don't know what Manfred has to do. Maybe there's like an MVP rule where it's like you can only have 2 to 3 MVPs. Yeah. Because Betts, Freeman, Ohtani, that's a problem right now. They can't even
Taylor,
really
he's not
Ohtani.
Taylor. I assure you that what Rob Manfred is doing today is not figuring out how to prevent and make it more difficult for the Dodgers and Ohtani to get to the World Series. He wants it to be easier. If you could guarantee him that Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers would be in the World Series, every World Series for the next decade, he would take it right now.
Manfred's problem is not the Dodgers in this World Series. It's the other team. Okay. Manfred's like, is there any way we could go ahead and get the Yankees back in it right now? Because that
or the Red Sox.
Or the Red Sox.
Yeah, I thought what Taylor was going to finish that sentence with. You see, when the Yankees did it, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
That's essentially what he said.
It benefited me, so yes. I did enjoy it more there.
I thought he was going the route of, they spent some money, but they also brought guys up for the minors. They had their own farm system. I thought that's where you were headed. Be careful with what you're saying here, because you have benefited greatly from the Yankees just simply spending more money than everyone else, man.
Back then, he loved the system. He loved Steinbrenner, loved it all. Now he's like, salary cap, damn it. Limit those Dodgers.
This isn't baseball.
Yeah, it's so good. We'll get to Taylor's top 5 stats from the game last night. Baseball won the night. I can't believe it. I was going to say I can't believe we've been talking about it this long, but there were 2 full games played yesterday, and it is the last season or the last series of the season. Izzy, you do have a guy who, through this postseason run, has had 2 really special moments. He did what he did last night. He had the game where he hit 3 homers. He pitched 5 1/3, I think. He had 9 strikeouts in that game. Like, he's doing things we've never seen a baseball player do. I do wonder this. Will we remember any of it if the if the Blue Jays, win the World Series? Will we remember what Ohtani did, 3 homers, 5 1/3, pitching, what he did last night, if the Blue Jays go on to win this World Series? I think
we'll remember it in this way, like, man, that Shohei guy did have a hell of a postseason. Who won the World Series that year again? Oh, yeah, it was the Blue Jays, but he'll still be in people's memory because it was pretty crazy. I will say the Freddie Freeman part is also like that Hall of Fame career that he's putting together. Like, that's a hell of a moment, and he's had quite a few of them. For him to be like a beloved member of the Braves and a beloved member of the Dodgers and win World Series with both, that guy's pretty special too. I wish somebody would just tell him that he looks like a Muppet with those teeth. They're a little much. Like, he looks like somebody is controlling his head or his mouth from the back of his head, because it's just the chompers are really out there.
It's Ohtani.
Yeah, it is. Controls everything. Yep.
Taylor, what does that top 5 list look like right now? How shocking are these stats?
A good amount of shock, a good amount of just fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like fun.
Yeah,
I have an unsung hero though. Before we get to the stats yesterday,
an unsung hero from last night's game.
Yep.
Okay.
He has yet to be sung.
The home plate umpire, Mark Wagner.
Yeah.
A little standing up. I'm not going to stand, but pretend visually. Pretend.
Yeah.
93.7% correct call rate, higher than the MLB average. The MLB average is 92.8.
Right.
He had to do it over 18 innings. You have to figure he's getting tired, and he was still back there. He started the game off pretty badly because he had a missed call in, I believe, the second inning, where he got Bichette doubled off because everybody just assumed it was a ball because it was so high. But after that, Mark Wagner rebounded pretty nicely.
Nearly a perfect game, right, for Wags? Yeah.
So he had 19.
Why do I feel like you should be able to get to 95%? Like, why do I feel like that should be a normal expectation? 95% of the calls should be right.
He had 19 missed calls. The MLB average is 11. But again, he called 2 games there.
Do you think Wegman cheered when Freeman hit the home run in the 18th inning?
Nobody was happy.
No question about it.
He's yelling, "Go, go, go!"
Check his hands. Did he have a fist really in his pocket, just really pumping that thing?
He picks up the bat and does his own bat flip afterwards.
First stat, number 5.
Okay.
19 pitchers used, 609 pitches thrown, both an MLB, both a World Series record.
Wow. How many pitchers?
19.
19 pitchers pitched last night. That's insane, man.
Isn't that part of what makes it so long? All the pitching changes, but I guess some of them happen in between innings. Number 4.
And going off that one, Will Klein, the last reliever in the Dodgers bullpen, threw 72
4
pitches.
Innings?
Yes. Yeah. Twice as many as his previous high in the majors.
Yes.
Where he saw his name and he was like, I guess this just means I'm pitching until this game ends.
Yes. He went 4 innings. He didn't give up any runs. He's never gone 4 innings before. I didn't think he was going to make it. I was worried about Will Klein. And Will Klein is not getting enough credit today. Like, when you really break down who the MVP of last night's game was, you could say Freddie Freeman. You can go with Ohtani. You might say Wegman. I think it was Will Klein. I mean,
Stu was worried about him. even though he only watched the first half of the game.
Yeah. Wow. Talk about a roller coaster for Klein. You're sitting there, you're looking, and they're calling in everybody but you. They're like, man, he just doesn't want me up in a big spot. But then to not only come in, but to do the biggest of the 4 innings, like that was awesome. Good for him.
Yep. And Ohtani's got to follow that up, huh? How about that?
Would it be worth it if his career was now over? Like, he's never pitched 4 innings ever, and his arm fell off tomorrow. He'd be like, you know what? If we win this World Series, I'm good. Make sure you give me the Unsung Hero Award.
Will Klein?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Do they win the series?
The W in Will Klein stands for World Series MVP.
Well, yes. No, no, it doesn't. Do they win the World Series in that scenario?
Yes. Yeah, no, they have to, obviously. If his arm falls off and they don't win the World Series, I don't think it's worth it.
The W in Wegman does, Taylor.
We mentioned this one before. Yeah. Number 3, Shohei Ohtani reached base 9 times, setting the postseason record.
They finally figured out to just walk him, just give him a base, because otherwise he's going to take all 4 of them.
Number 2, Freddie Freeman is the first player in World Series history with multiple career walk-off home runs.
Damn. Wow. So I would have thought
that hurt.
Really? He did it a year ago, didn't he?
Yeah. Yes. Against Nestor Cortez. What are we bringing in Nestor Cortez in that situation?
Really? You're going to revisit that? Yes. He should have brought in Klein.
Such a bad decision.
Salary cap.
And number 1, Shohei Ohtani's last 2 games in Dodger Stadium, he is 7 for 7 with 5 home runs.
Do it on the Angels.
Stugotz here. It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. Listen, support the people that support this show, and no one has supported us more than our friends at FanDuel. So even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join, because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. That's $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Must be 21 and older and present in select states, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
It is Stugotz and Company, presented by FanDuel and the FanDuel Sportsbook. I have an interesting question for you guys. This World Series is on the West Coast, and anyone that you would want on who is at the World Series, who is covering this thing, I have their phone numbers. And I am wondering, after an 18-inning game, if it is too early on the West Coast. We're taping this right now. It is 10:37 on the East Coast. Now, normally I would feel fine about texting someone if it was just a normal 9-inning game. But this was an 18-inning game that ended at, like, I don't know. What time did it end in L.A.? Like 12:30, I think, something like that. And so these guys had to cover the game, do the post game, do all the stuff afterwards. And I am wondering if it's too early for me to reach out and send a text to Mila Kunis.
What?
I mean, I have her number. I do. She was on the show with us. Big Dodger fan. She was at the game last night.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize I thought she had moved into like Major League Baseball coverage or something. No, but just a fan. Okay.
No. Well, Carl Douglas is another guy who was at the game last night. Our friend Carl Douglas. Pat Sajak. I have his number. I can get celebrities. I can get people who covered the World Series. Carl Ravitch. I can get Boog. I can ask Charlie Steiner, the voice of the Dodgers, had a great call on the radio last night. I mean, but I feel like it's too early to reach out to any of these people, you know?
you could have given me 1,000 guesses to guess who the first name you were going to say was, and I would have never in a million years guessed Mila Kunis.
We're going to get Meg from Family Guy on the show to talk Dodgers. What?
So she was on the show with me and Dan a while back, and I kept her number. I had the number. I kept the number. No one else has the number. I do have the number. I congratulated her at 2:30 in the morning last night.
No, you didn't.
W.
Wait a second.
No chance.
Does your wife know that you randomly text Mila Kunis?
I did it too.
Thank God. But that's actually a pretty good on-ramp because Taylor just dropped a little nugget before we started, and I have no idea what the details of this are. But he said there's an athlete that he is just... Celebrity, excuse me. A celebrity that he is
Izzy, I'm sorry to cut you off, but before we get to this celebrity, okay, can you guys answer my question? Can I text these people right now or no?
Oh, yeah, no.
No.
At best, Stugotz, at best, you're talking about if they covered the game, got back to the hotel, sort of settled in, maybe 2:30, got to bed. And right now, that would mean that they're 5 hours in to their night of sleep. And that's way
So I saw
early.
Passett on Get Up at 8 a.m. Eastern this morning. Jeff Passett. I saw him. Like he stayed up, but he stayed up for that show. Yes.
If we want to come back later and then do a Game 4 fake pregame show, Dodgers Blue Jays, then I think you text Mila Kunis and be like, hey, I know you're getting ready to go to the Dodgers game, Carl Douglas. I know you're getting ready to go to the game, but can you join our fake pregame show?
Yes. Do you know who Pat Sajak is, Taylor?
Game show host?
Wow.
I don't know what game show host, but I know he's a game show host.
Really?
Oh, that's upsetting. That's
upsetting.
Wheel Fortune. Wheel Fortune, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah. My mom was obsessed with Pat Sajak. It was strange.
Anyway, Izzy, I rudely cut you off because I needed an answer to my question. I want to try to get someone on from LA, but
I mean, if we can get Meg on the show,
7:40 a.m.
that would be amazing. I have no complaints about that. So
you guys want me to send the text out, or what do you think?
Text Mila and say, "Hey, Mila, congratulations."
Mila's the last one I'm texting. She's the latest. If you want me to text someone right now, it'd be Tim Kurchin, who I have no doubt is up rewatching that game.
All you got to do is pull up Mila on the text and see if she's got her notification silence. If she's got her notification silence, you're safe. Go ahead.
All right.
Have Taylor do it. Remember Taylor? Just yell Stugotz and then do the ask.
Izzy, how do you feel about when people have that notification silence? Because when I send a text and I see somebody has their notification silence, I press notify anyways 10 out of 10 times.
I have never hit the notify anyway button ever in my life, in large part because I'm like, listen, if you've got your notifications silenced at 2:30 p.m. on a Tuesday, like you either probably a little bit of depression, don't want to hear from everybody and just shutting off the world, or it's an accident. So it's like, all right, look, I'm just going to send this and you can figure it out on your own. I'm never going to notify anyway. That's a ballsy move.
I have no idea how to do it. I mean,
how to silence them or notify anyway?
Just silence myself. Like, how do I do that? I could
ask Billy.
But I'm with Taylor. If you tell me not to bother you, I'm going to bother you, essentially is what he's doing. If you tell me not to notify you, you're getting notified.
I mean, especially at the time of day. Like, I understand if it's 9 p.m., you've already got like your sleep things already on. Yeah, I get it. And you probably didn't even do that yourself. My phone does that automatically. I have no idea how to change that, but I don't mind it. That I get. But if it's the middle of the day, like, you should be checking your texts.
Okay. Let me see what Mila's got going on here. So what does it mean? If she has like the little moon thing, what does that mean?
Yeah, that means she's not going to get an alert. It's not going to wake her up. It's not going to bother her.
But she will get the message.
Yes.
Right. Okay. She will get the message.
Now, this is actually a really good test of whether she gives a shit about you, because
she doesn't.
When you have your notification silence, obviously, and you go back and check, and if you're Mila Kunis, you probably got a bunch of texts. We'll see which ones she actually sees and reads and which ones she responds to, because she's going to have a bunch, especially if she was at that game. She's going to have a bunch of Dodgers-related texts, too.
All right. I have no doubt Boog is sleeping. Izzy, you know Boog. Boog is definitely out like a light, right? Kurchin rewatching the game right now. Ravage getting ready for the next game because he's Ravage, and that's what he does.
I don't think I've spoken to Boog maybe in like 8 years, but sure, I'm assuming he's in bed and I know all of his normal tendencies.
Stu, Kurchin's on at least his third rewatch of the game right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Put it on the poll. Is Kurchin on his third rewatch of Game 3 of the World Series? Yes or no?
100%.
That's 6 games.
Taylor,
he's watching all of it.
I need to know who this celebrity that you're tired of is, because we took a couple of guesses, but apparently we were swinging too high because it wasn't really a big name. But now that makes it even more intriguing.
Can we get hints? Can we try and figure this out before you just reveal it?
Yeah. So there's a celebrity out there that you are tired of. You've had it up.
Cannot get him off my TV for at least.
Okay, that's a hint.
At least 2 years.
Okay, and it's not a big name, so it's not like what's the guy's name? Is it Sean? Is it Powell?
I don't even. Glenn Powell?
Glenn Powell. Excuse me, Glenn Powell. It's not Glenn Powell, because I'm over Glenn Powell.
No, this person's not in movies, not in TVs. They just bring him in. One trick pony. They just bring him in for his one trick, and then he gets in, he gets out, but he does the same one trick every time. And you have to think of programs that I'm watching. So it's predominantly sports.
I think I know who it is.
Who is it?
Oz?
Yes. Oz the Mentalist. Every week I turn on College Game Day.
Yeah. Dr. Oz? Is that who that is?
No, not Dr. Oz. Oz
the Mentalist.
Yeah.
Every week I turn on College Game Day.
Be careful now. It's Schefter's boy, okay? Schefter is tight with Oz, okay?
The magician guy. Okay.
Every week I turn on College Game Day.
Yes.
Oz the Mentalist. He's in Alabama. He's going to fool Alabama. We do a whole special. The next week, Oz the Mentalist. He's going to fool Oregon doing the same trick. Next week, he's at Ohio State. Oz the Mentalist. It's the same trick every time.
It is not the same trick. How dare you?
And then I'm getting away from sports because maybe I'm just in my sports bubble. He's on CBS Mornings. He's on 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw it.
You would think this guy's curing cancer with how much he's on TV.
If you send me an 8-minute clip of Oz the Mentalist at any NFL, baseball, hockey, basketball team, and he's doing something, I'm going to watch all 8 minutes every time.
My favorite thing is you don't have to do this. But damn it looks cool when he does this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
the hand to the forehead. Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Taylor, put that on the poll. Will the person who cures cancer get more TV run than Oz? He's going through it right now. I'm not certain. We'll have to get Schefter on to talk to him about this. I think Schefter has partnered with him in some sort of way where I think Oz is getting more opportunities because of
all of a sudden, the dots are starting to line up for me.
Now it's all in your sports world. Yep.
Schefter's getting a cut of whatever Oz the Mentalist is getting.
I didn't say appearances.
That. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll say it.
Okay. No, but I don't know if that's the case. I think Schefter just enjoys his work and he's parading him around. I don't know.
You know what's funny?
Tom Brady's phone's password. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
You know who maybe thought he was Oz the Mentalist because he could predict things so well, and he was probably putting his hand to his head, and the other one out here like this? Chauncey Billups at a poker game. He was predicting everything so well. The more this story with the NBA gambling thing sort of fleshes out, the more the one angle is the most intriguing to me. It's the Chauncey Billups one, because I said here when the story came out about how shocked I was because Chauncey would have to be a real asshole to do all these things and just take this money from these other people who make money just the same way he did, probably grinding. And then I was thinking, oh, wait a second. Maybe he's not an asshole, but he's just caught up in the mafia and caught up in the mob, and somebody's got him by the throat, and he's just got to do what he's got to do. And frankly, that's even more intriguing to me because, I don't know how that happens. I don't know how one gets entangled in the mafia, but could you imagine this guy being your head coach, right? The Portland Trail Blazers, and he's giving you life advice, and he's giving you basketball advice, and he's helping you on your way, and maybe even helping you get a $1 million contract. And then all of a sudden, this story comes out, and you're like, what? Mm-hmm. This dude was defrauding people. He's been nothing but helpful to me, but he's been defrauding all these other people. Something there doesn't really add up. And so when you've got the type of story where you're just having a bunch of people piece things together, like, oh, he wore a Clutch Sports hoodie at his, was it an arraignment? I don't know what it was. And therefore he's clearly sending a signal that they need to get him out of this, and they're involved. I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know what's true here, but I do know this much is true. that Chauncey Billups is the biggest named involved in all of this, and he damn well shouldn't be. Like, whoever it is that they've got involved with the mafia, that's who should be the biggest name here. But this is where I say I don't trust the FBI, because they're doing all this shit for clicks, essentially. They're doing all this shit for, hey, look at us. We got this big name from the NBA involved, and now the whole league is in question, when really the world should be figuring out, hey, let's solve this organized crime situation first. Let's not worry about the NBA necessarily, because organized crime, maybe they kill people.
Right. I didn't know there was still a mafia, to be honest with you.
I mean
there's always a mafia.
Put it on the poll. Is there always a mafia?
They're not exactly advertising, Stu. They try to work in the shadows. So that's probably why you didn't know. But that, to me, is the most shocking thing. Like, whenever it's time for Chauncey Billups to tell his story, is he even allowed to? Like, I know people said that Chauncey's NBA career is over. Is his public life as we know it over? Is this dude going to have to go into witness protection or something if he's ever going to keep himself out of... Like, there's a lot of things going on here, because if you're wondering, like, what happens in these situations, so am I. Like, I have no idea what happens when they bust mafia members for illegal gambling rings. Are you allowed to... Do you just go arrest them? Do you arrest everybody involved? Do you now tie all these other crimes in with this? Like, I don't know what happens, but I know that there's no chance in hell that the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers was running the whole organization, or was like a major player in this whole organization. My guess is, yeah, he was trapped in this situation, and he can't wait to tell his story if he's allowed to.
But he got himself trapped in this situation, did he not?
Yeah, no, I'm not. Again, without further information, I'm not trying to greenlight him or say that he did anything or was not in the wrong in any of this. Like, it's all super intriguing, but it all just... My point being is that when the story came out,
after the mafia, not Chauncey Billups.
That's one. But we also thought so many things, and we also assumed so many things. And there's like this Terry Rozier angle and all these. Maybe they're just forcing us to look at it from these angles, and it's not even the biggest story here, because now you've got like Congress trying to get Adam Silver involved and say, hey, we need to talk about this NBA. It might be a problem. I'm like, it could be a problem with every sport, gambling. If you want to dig into this sport, great, let's do it. But let's not act like this is the most important issue coming out of this, because if you've got a handle on organized crime, that's the people that should be taking the biggest hit.
I love the term sting operation.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. I love a good sting operation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that mean like you're setting up and then eventually you sting them, right? When they expect it the least, when they don't know it? Or is there something else I'm missing there for because I love it too, but I just want to make sure I know what it means.
So it says a sting operation is a law enforcement tactic in which officers use deception to catch individuals attempting to commit a crime.
So lie to get your way. Okay.
Spies.
It's like a hook and ladder. I mean,
that's a sting operation.
Wait, so like a flea flicker is a sting operation? It's like, oh, look at me, I'm going to run the ball.
Hey, he's going to run the ball. Nice, go deep.
Play action is a sting operation.
It really is, right? If it's done correctly, which the Jets never do. But if you really tuck it in, if you really sell the run, then yes, the pass is the sting operation.
Put that on the poll. Is a play action pass the simplest form of a sting operation?
I'm trying to think people in sports who have the best mob name.
Oh.
Of course you are.
Well, I mean, that's where my mind goes. I don't know why.
Anybody that starts with Joey, right?
Gino Toretta wasn't a bad one.
Gino Toretta, he's the head of the mob.
But did you guys
only Italian names? It's essentially only Italian names.
I know I said.
And lefties.
Tony Sperano.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a great one.
Oh my God. Terrified of him. Guy buried a football once.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he still with us?
No. But it's 6 feet under.
Yeah.
The football sleeps with the fishes.
We lost Tony. Too soon?
Oz Perlman should have known.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. I do know that I said before that it's like the NBA season doesn't really start till Christmas, and everybody's like, yeah, that's about right. With all of these headlines that have nothing to do with basketball, a lot of interesting basketball going on. I don't know if there's like any connection to, hey, look at us over here. We're playing good basketball. Let's not look at the gambling controversy. But did you guys know Lauri Markkanen dropped 50 last night?
What?
Yeah, the Utah Jazz all of a sudden are 2-1 and beat a couple of decent teams on the way. They are pretty decent. You obviously see what Victor Wembanyama has been doing. But my favorite little basketball team, I'm sorry, Taylor, what's up?
Can you all of a sudden be 2-1? Feels like 2-1 is too small of a sample size to be all of a sudden.
Right. You're 2-1 out of nowhere.
Put it on the poll.
If you're the if you're the Utah Jazz, you can be all of a sudden 2-1. You can, because nobody expected anything. Although now you look back and say, "Ooh, the Clippers, the Kings, and the Suns, not exactly a murderer's row." But okay, probably can't be all of a sudden 2-1. But the Miami Heat, all of a sudden 2-1, and going into this third game, we're leading the league in scoring and didn't even need a single overtime session to do it, because some of these other teams that were up there had a couple overtime sessions. I just love that Eric Spoelstra, not only, the U.S. Olympic team, and I said before that if he's the Olympic coach, chances are the league wants good things to happen for him. You don't want your Olympic coach going, 15-57 for a season. I don't even know if that adds up right. 15-67 for a season. But damn it, if he hasn't impressed us already this season with changing this entire offense for the Miami Heat. There's a couple new players, of course, Norm Powell, Simone Fontecchio, which nobody knew who that was going into this season, or going into the summer where he had a big offseason for Italy.
Thought that was a mafia guy.
Somebody should look into Simone Fontecchio, by the way. See if he's got Chauncey Billups' phone number in his phone. Might be something going on there. But with just a couple of new bodies, has entirely changed this offense. And the thing that cracks me up about it is, one, I was watching the Pistons, and Pistons now have Duncan Robinson. And one of the sort of staples of this offense is, hey, you don't need a screen. You don't need a dribble handoff. Just go get yours. You're a great basketball player. And then I realized that the reason they couldn't do this before was Duncan Robinson couldn't do that shit. He couldn't take his guy off the dribble. All of a sudden, stalls the offense altogether. But now, pretty much everybody out there can be a hooper, can take his guy off the dribble, can go get a foul, go get a layup, draw the defense and kick out, rather than have to wait for the dribble handoff to happen, for a screen, for another screen over there, for you to finally it's just a lot simpler. And it cracks me up that the guy we call, and I agree with this, and I'm not mocking him, the guy we call the greatest coach in the NBA right now, Eric Spoelstra, his big strategy is, just go play ball. Just go play ball. Don't worry about any offense. Don't worry about that Steve Kerr complicated shit that they do over in Golden State. Don't worry about just go play ball. And frankly, I think there's probably guys on teams everywhere that wish they could do this. It's like, that's how the Indiana Pacers got to the finals last year. They just basically got the best out of every single player, because that style of basketball keeps everybody live. And if you're a confident basketball player, you're just going to go do your thing. And if half the team is feeling pretty good and making a couple of shots, you're going to have a pretty decent offense. And that's why I think this Miami Heat team might actually be something. And it's just further, like, I just love that the fact that everybody else in Miami Heat's universe is like, man, we're tired of this shit. Same damn players. Tyler Hero's hurt. Ooh, Norm Powell's going to be nice, but nothing's going to happen. Spo's just back there cooking something up. Just being like, these idiots, they had not going to see this coming. And then all of a sudden, boom, best offense in the league. And it's
a sting operation. Yeah.
100% a sting operation. Nobody saw this shit coming.
Izzy, what's the chances this is just addition by subtraction, getting Terry Rozier the hell out of there?
People act like Terry Rozier was playing 30 minutes a game last season. After he
but the presence, Izzy, that's what he's talking about. Just his presence around the team, and people worried about the mafia and all of it. You know?
Imagine Pat Riley is like, I can't believe this guy brought the mob into my locker room. Like, I left New York. I created my whole little thing here.
That's my job.
Right. Yes. But this is a real mob.
I thought you might find this angle interesting, right? Because people always want to turn one story into something else, and they can't just leave things alone, and they want something to prove a belief that they had in the past. And you tell me if this isn't interesting to you. If indeed it is true, like what Brian Windhorst and other reporters have reported, that the NBA knew of Terry Rozier's potential involvement, or at least an investigation into that game where he faked an injury, came out, and 30 people hit on his unders, and then he missed the next 8 games, reportedly because the NBA was like, hey, this has to look real. You can't play. This injury has to look real. So they're effectively taking part in a cover-up, right? Now, back that up 30 years. If you don't think that they can try to attempt a cover-up for Terry Rozier when all this stuff is public, and it's not even going to be a question that it can come out easily, don't you think they can cover up a gambling controversy in 1995 and maybe tell Michael Jordan, hey, bud, just go ahead and take 18 months off. We'll handle it from here. When you come back, there will be no clue. Nobody will have a single clue that it had anything to do with gambling. Doesn't that seem more realistic when you can see the NBA potentially covering up the Terry Rozier thing? Now, again, entirely different groups of people. Like, the league was still growing into, frankly, kind of what it is today. Some people's might have been the high point, but I think it was still growing. And yeah, it was their main character. And if he was shown to be gambling, everything would fall apart. So yeah, let's do everything in our power to cover this up. This makes that seem a lot more realistic.
So what you're telling me is that you don't believe the greatest basketball player we've ever seen at the height of his peak just wanted to go play baseball?
No, because his dad died. That's the angle where they basically tug at your heartstrings and say, if you doubt this, you're an asshole. Because his father died, and clearly his father's dream was to watch him play baseball, despite the fact that he had already accomplished becoming the greatest basketball player we've ever seen, but he needed to check that other box on his dad's list of, yeah, he really wanted to see me play baseball, even though he's not actually going to see me play baseball. Yes, that was a little bit hard to believe. But now they're just putting the icing on that bad boy and being like, hey, this conspiracy cake, here you go, because it feels real, right? Yeah. It feels like that's exactly what happens, dude.
I love that you woke up more passionate about the NBA and the Heat's 2-1 start and the Jazz's 2-1 start than you did Shohei Ohtani.
All of a sudden, 2-1.
Out of nowhere. By the way, Pat Sajak just responded. He told me to go fuck myself.
Really?